Check, check. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. All right, some of them wasn't ready, but it's fine. I'm going to give you until 10:15, which is about 2 or some minutes from now. So if you would like to go get a last sip and eat a last piece of cake and run to the restroom and all of that, I suggest you use this time because we're going to get started in about 2.5 minutes. Heights by great men, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards through the night. I remember learning that in primary school, and I think this is definitely applicable to today's occasion, because today we celebrate the hard work of civil servants, and we applaud the outstanding work of the outstanding civil servants. Good morning, one and all. First, let me just say that I am very happy to be here this morning in this space because, as I said, we must continue to celebrate hard work. So before I move on, let me observe the protocols. So, Honorable Marsha Smith, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Miss Darlene Morrison, CD, Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, board members that are present, Ms. Roxanne Linton, Executive Officer of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, Mr. O'Neill Grant, how you doing, Mr. Grant? President, Civil Service Association, distinguished guests, all nominees, and the people we are here to honor, the Civil Servants of the Year nominees, ladies, gentlemen, members of the media, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
No. There's food in the room. Hunger is not something you can complain about, so let's try that again. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Thank you. All right. Let us start the way we start because we are Jamaicans, with a word of prayer. And we're going to invite, before we do that, we're going to stand for the national anthem, which is a prayer, so it's kind of the same thing. And at this moment, I'd like to invite Mrs. Lorna Phillips, Chairperson of the Civil Service Steering Committee, to lead us in a word of prayer.
Good morning, all. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, truly it is a beautiful day. We are grateful, Lord, that you have chosen to place us on this side, to keep us on this side and make us a part of this day and your great plan for today. We come submitting and surrendering ourselves to you to be used, to be guided, Lord. We commit this function, those who we will honor specifically, those who have served Jamaica well as outstanding civil servants. We commit their hard work to you and pray that they will continue so to do for Jamaica land we love. Lord, we thank you for bringing each one safely here today. We pray, Lord, that you will take control of all that will be said and done. Lord, we know that persons may have come with their prepared speeches and greetings, but we trust, Lord, that in the midst of it all, you will have your way. We commit Jamaica to you, Lord God. We commit the public service, even at a time when I can say we hear that public sector workers are going to be greatly compensated. Lord, we commit all of the processes involved to you. And Lord, we are grateful to see this day. We continue to give you thanks and trust, Lord Jesus, that we all will continue to be grateful to you, giving you thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
We are indeed thankful, especially for that compensation part that you said. Yes, man, I'm looking forward to that. Champions know that success is inevitable. There's no such thing as failure, only feedback and lessons. They know that the best way to forecast the future is to create it. This is a quote from Michael Gleb. Now, today we're here to highlight and celebrate our civil servants, who are indeed champions. And you know what? Before I go any further, let us just give a nice round of applause to our nominees, please. Those who have contributed to the achievements of their respective ministries and agencies, those whose worth and good work through nomination will be duly recognized. We're very happy to be here this morning as First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, along with the Civil Service Steering Committee, through the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, honor and salute you. So, welcome to this awards. The Civil Servant of the Year award is called, as it was then called, started in 2004. The award has been bestowed on the employees at various levels of the professional scale. This year marks the 18th year since the implementation of the award, and the FHC Civil Servant Award of the Year serves to significant and tangibly recognize these employees for their worth and work. So, over time, the awards program improved. The selected winner each year has been required to present a special project to outline and execute with the assistance through the sponsorship. The purpose of the project is to provide an avenue for the civil servants of the year to exercise social responsibility while showcasing valuable contributions made by these civil servants. Some of the projects undertaken since inception include book drives, upgrading children facilities, setting up of community homework and computer centers, providing support for community development, and to assist children's homes, just to name a few. In 2019, through the support of the FHC, the awards program was revamped to accommodate the 3 categories of winners, namely technical support, middle management, and management. So, at this time, I would like to invite Roxanne Linton, CEO of First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, to bring greetings. Please make her welcome.
The Honorable Marshall Smith, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Ms. Darlene Morrison, Financial Secretary, Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, and other directors present, Mr. O'Neill Grant, President of the Jamaica Civil Service Association, distinguished guests of the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, members of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union team, FHC Civil Servants of the Year Awards nominees 2022, Mrs. Lorna Phillips and Ms. Julia Campbell, co-leads of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, and other esteemed members of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, Ms. Shelley Ann Weeks, Master of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, great morning to you all. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 2022 FHC Civil Servants of the Year Awards ceremony. Throughout the years, on each of such occasion, it has been a pleasure for me to celebrate the nominees of this prestigious award alongside their well-wishers and colleagues who did not hesitate to showcase and recognize their greatness. Like you, I look forward to this special occasion when we celebrate the achievements of our public sector workers across the length and breadth of Jamaica for the stellar service they have given to our country. Indeed, today holds an even more expansive, jubilant atmosphere as FHC celebrates with the public sector workers who are feeling a sense of buoyancy, value, and appreciation in light of their recent enhanced financial position. Given this development, we know you're poised to make even more significant contributions to our country. Past studies reveal that income shapes the way that people think about their lives, showing that higher incomes reliably predict greater positive self-regard emotions such as pride, confidence, and determination. As such, we applaud the leaders who have worked tirelessly to achieve this significant milestone, and I know our own director, Mr. Grant. You worked very tirelessly, and FHC stands ready. We're ready to do our part in facilitating the beneficial multiplier effect, which will redound to the improved well-being of Jamaicans. For this reason, the entire FHC family takes pleasure in celebrating our outstanding civil servants today. And we are highly appreciative of the ongoing partnership, which allows us to continue to recognize our civil servants in this special way. I can say without hesitation that these nominees were all called to serve. Nominees, do you agree? Absolutely. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our 2022 nominees have proudly answered the call to serve with courage, authenticity, and love while leaving a legacy. Our nominees have been called to serve our communities through their selfless acts of volunteerism. They have done an exceptional job at serving their communities, and it is quite courageous to serve those around you. Our nominees have also served from the inside out. While it's an old-fashioned concept, it is important that we recognize that service comes from within. It's something that's intrinsic and also authentic. Our nominees, I'm sure, have had many experiences which required them to determine how to navigate difficult circumstances, but they have most certainly risen to the occasion, made sure to follow through on their promises, and have left their actions consistent with their words. They also have been called to serve our families. At FHC, we affectionately refer to our fellow colleagues and members as family. This is primarily because we play the loving role of being there for them through each phase of their life. In our individual families, we make sure those we love know we are there for them. And today, I can proudly say that our credit union has been there for our civil servants for many decades, and it is a relationship we are most proud to share in. Today, we demonstrate just a portion of our love for you and others through this award ceremony by providing a platform for the recognition of exemplary public officers who have made noteworthy contributions to the advancement of their organizations. Our nominees have also been called to serve up change. This year's nominees have made an impact in their varying capacities, enough to ignite change which enables their actions to leave a legacy. As we express appreciation for all that you have done and continue to do, we must remember that legacy is what we leave and is the outcome of what we have achieved. All of us who are called to serve must keep hope alive. It is the antidote to the increasing challenges that we face. So, ladies and gentlemen, our civil servants have been serving with courage and doing so from a place of authenticity, which has afforded them the capacity to do so with love and consequently create the legacy they would like to leave. They answered the call to serve. Please give them a warm round of applause. While we're here celebrating, I use this opportunity to encourage you all to continue to forge ahead with determination as you return to your respective offices. This year at FHC, the constant theme I've shared with my team is to remain powered up so that we can continue to raise the bar as we aim for excellence. I therefore also encourage our civil servants to remain powered up as you work to advance our nation and make our beautiful island, Jamaica, the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Again, congratulations to our nominees. Congratulations. Thank you for answering the call to serve. And I implore you all to continue to do well. I fervently share the perspective of Desmond Tutu, who once said, "I believe that if people will think good, speak good, and do good, the circles of goodness will grow in the world." I know your goodness has touched the lives of others, and onwards, it is hoped that your impact will continue to be felt across the world. I thank you.
I thank you too, Ms. Linton, for those wise words. I took from you, be of service. It is my personal belief that one of the best and most selfish thing you can do is to be of service. Yes, it doesn't make sense, right? But it does. It does a lot for your mental health to know that you can help somebody just because you can. So service is so important, and I thank you for those kind words. And as we move along, I'd like to recognize a few persons. Put your hands together and recognize Dr. Reverend Mary Nichols, Civil Servant of the Year 2007. Welcome. I'd also like to recognize Chief Personnel Officer, Mrs. Jacqueline Mendez, JP. And while we're recognizing people, we have to recognize Mrs. Loy Walters, Principal Director, HR Policy in the Ministry of Finance. And at this moment, we'd like to invite Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors of First Heritage Corporate Credit Union, to bring greetings. Please make her welcome.
The Honorable Marcia Smith, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Ms. Darlene Morrison, Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Public Service, members of the Board of Directors of First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, Ms. Roxanne Linton, our Chief Executive Officer of the Credit Union, Mr. O'Neill Grant, President, Jamaica Civil Service Association, and also a director of the FHC board. Distinguished guests, from the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, members of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union team, FHC Civil Servants of the Year Award nominees 2022, Mrs. Lorna Phillips and Ms. Julia Campbell, co-leads of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, and other esteemed members of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, Ms. Shelley Weeks, Master of Ceremonies, other distinguished guests among us, and special invitees, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, good morning to you all. It is indeed my pleasure and an honor to join you for this special occasion, celebrating the unwavering commitment and dedication of our public officers who have committed to continuously improving the efficiency of the service they provide, and to greet you on behalf of the Board of Directors of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union. With pride, integrity, and patriotism, our nominees have given of their time, talent, and experience to public service. This year's Civil Service Week theme, the public sector, forging ahead with determination, aptly sums up the character of these exemplary public servants' efforts to continue evolving and strategizing to achieve our national developmental goals. I must therefore commend you candidates for consistently going above and beyond to the call of duty at your respective ministries and agencies, which has ultimately impacted their advancement. This celebration is not only an opportunity to commend your success, but also to recognize the civil service as a critical body, one that affects the lives of all Jamaicans, and undertake actions that keep the wheels of our government turning to generate stability and to drive change. It is also an opportunity to reaffirm your steady commitment to work together, not only within your respective agency, but also with external partners to conceptualize and implement innovative strategies for the future. Today, FHC Credit Union stands as one of those partners who has been ably supporting civil servants for over 2 decades. The relationship we share is one that is truly special. We cherish the opportunity to be of service to them, enabling them to live their best lives while ensuring their successes. Our mission is to assist public service members in creating a life that is fulfilling and affords them the chance to make joyful memories with friends and loved ones. In turn, we thank you, civil servants, for choosing the credit union as your financial partner. Nominees, civil servants in the room and online, there remains much to be done with renewed vigor and dedication. As well as with God's guidance, it is hope that you will forge ahead to give of your best to our country and fellow citizens. Congratulations to you all on an exceptional job, and best wishes for a successful week of celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Leodis. Oh my gosh. I really like your first name, by the way. I said that when I saw it. I said you should make clothes so you can put your name on it. So when people ask, they can say, what are you wearing? This is a Leo. It's a very nice, fancy name. So there you go. When you design your first dress, I'll model it for you. All right, so we're going to continue with the greetings, but just one moment. I am very involved in events planning, so there's a little production. Just one moment, please. And I'm back. So let me just invite the Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, Honorable Marcia Smith, to bring greetings.
It is a wonderful morning, isn't it? So can I see some smiles on the faces? Oh, great. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Shelley-Ann Weeks, for the welcome to the podium. I wish to acknowledge this morning, especially our Financial Secretary, the newly minted Ms. Darlene Morrison, CD. We are proud of you. Ms. Jacqueline Mendez, our Chief Personnel Officer, thank you for joining us as usual. Mrs. Leodis Douglas, I may not share the full name. My middle name is Leonette, so I will take the first part of your name, the Leo. So, Ms. Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and the other board members that are present. Ms. Roxanne Linton, the Chief Executive Officer of FHC, and the other team members who are present this morning. And of course, our president, I'm sure that he's on a high from this week, Mr. O'Neill Grant. Yes, you have been a part of that change maker process that is happening within the public sector at this time, and we just honor you and salute you this morning. I'd also like to say to our past awardees that are present, thank you for coming back to share with the current nominees, because the path that you had laid is part of the reason why they continue the journey. So thank you for joining. And nominees, everybody's proud of you. Everybody's a winner today, and keep doing what you have been doing. Members of the media, specially invited guests. You see, I'm trying to make everybody feel special, right? There's nothing better than acknowledgement. And today, this whole process is about acknowledging excellence, acknowledging teamwork. And I bring you greetings this morning, not just on my own behalf, but on behalf of the Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. the Honorable Nigel Clarke. Dr. Clarke has a tremendous desire to see the public sector move forward, and he has played such an outstanding role in championing the cause of excellence within the civil service. He's traveling today, and so regrettably, he's unable to be with us, but he does send his apologies and his best regards for all nominees. It is my pleasure for a third year in a row, I've been counting them, yes, I have, to bring you greetings at this year's Civil Servants of the Year Award. And it is being celebrated under the theme, the public sector forging ahead with determination. The theme is very fitting as we continue to make strong and steady progress in ensuring our public servants are financially better off, and as we continue to recognize your worth and your work. This year marks the 18th year since the implementation of this prestigious award, and it's a delight to see the tradition continue. I believe it is one of the greatest accomplishments of any individual to serve one's country with integrity, loyalty, and dedication. It was Mark Twain who once said, "Patriotism is merely religion, love of country, worship of country, devotion to country's flag, and honor and welfare." A true patriot is what I see when I look at the hard work, dedication, and passion with which you have executed your various duties as public servants. And in fact, I count it personally as one of the greatest achievements of my own life to have served within the public service. From the managerial to the technical level, you are the wheel that keeps the daily operations of this country turning, and for that, Jamaica owes you a great debt. Because it is the public service that has weathered the country through various social and economic storms. The role that you have played in nationhood is often underlooked and underappreciated, and today we are very happy to be able to flip the switch a bit. Congratulations to all of the Civil Servant of the Year nominees, and I want to use this opportunity to acknowledge all the contenders. If you notice, I keep looking over your sides. Yes, because I'd like to acknowledge all the contenders within the managerial, mid-managerial, and technical support categories. Now, some of us would have seen your photograph on the various posters that were publicized during the period of competition. And I would just love for you, when I call your name, to just stand, that we can just acknowledge each person individually with a clap. Mr. Lennox Wallace. Ms. Shernette Roberts. Ms. Sophia Moulton. Mr. Dwayne Moody. Mrs. Patrice Thompson-Williams. Mr. Oliver Morris. Miss Simone Burton. Okay. Mr. Andre Boyd. Mr. Shane Wedderburn. Even though he's absent, let us still acknowledge him with a round of applause. Yes. Now, to you, our nominees, your peers have selected you as worthy recipients, which prove that you are an example of what it means to deliver service excellence as you execute your various and different roles and functions. And I urge you today to continue being that beacon of excellence for those who are currently in the public service and for those who are to come. And I have to tell you that every year when I come here and I listen to the testimonials of the various public servants, I too am inspired to look at my own service and to improve. So thank you. And for those among us who are not being officially recognized today, we see the work that you have done and continue to do, and a lot of it sometimes goes unnoticed. Before I go, I would like to extend my heartiest thank you to the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union for its long-standing partnership with the civil servants of Jamaica. When I came today and I saw your advertorial in the form of this flag, and I saw the words, "Solid past, secure future," I said to myself, they're stealing the theme of the civil servants. Because that is what you, our civil servants, have been over the many years that you have existed. You have kept our country solid, and you continue to do what is necessary to make our future secure. it is therefore not a surprise that your aim and the aim of the FSC, they collide in perfect harmony. And so as we move towards building a sustainable Jamaica, a Jamaica that we can be proud of, let us continue to play our part as civil servants, public servants, and just simply servants of each other to make Jamaica a place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. Again, to nominees, congratulations. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you so much, Minister Smith. It is such a joy to see the comments that came out of the Civil Servant of the Year People's Choice Award voting process. Persons were getting very competitive. People start calling them friend and say, make sure you vote, sending threats. It got really dangerous for a moment. You know, and this is a really great mode of motivating, as the minister said, those civil servants who don't necessarily feel like they are recognized in their jobs. So thank you to the steering committee, thank you to FHC, thank you to everybody who put together to create this award and this event. It is absolutely so important to recognize good, hard work. Just a bit of a housekeeping. There's going to be a slight change in the lineup because we are moving quickly this morning. We are actually a little bit ahead of time, so which is a good thing. It's efficiency at work. So we are going to be moving. We see lunch being served a little earlier than it's going to be served. We're still going to get lunch just a little further down in the program. Not too far though, but we're giving the team here at Terra Nova a moment to make everything nice. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that. And also, this is the first event of a series of events that is going to happen during the Civil Service Week, which is recognized in the third week of November each year. So just for those who haven't seen the calendar, let me just give you a roundup of what is to come. So today is, of course, the first event, Civil Servant of the Year Award. And then on the 20th, we have the church service. It's going to be Zoomed. So for the persons who can't physically be at the Boulevard United Church, the main service, you can watch it on Zoom. And there are other church services being held as well. So if you're different members of different churches, you will know where those are. On the 21st, there's going to be an official opening ceremony of the Civil Service Week Vintage Display, which is going to be held at the Tom Redcombe Library. And then you can, see the displays. There's also going to be an outside broadcast from the library, and you can listen to that on Cool 97 FM. So throughout the week, you'll be able to visit Tom Redcombe. So if you can't go on Monday, you can go on Tuesday and check out the displays and interact with the space that is there. On the 22nd, there's going to be a public forum. You don't want to miss this. This is where we have different persons from the GOJ as well as the private sector to give tips as to how we can continue to forge ahead with determination as per the theme. We are also going to be having some displays. I'm sure our friends here at FHC are raring to come there and help us to carefully organize some of our finances, since it's clear that we're going to need some of your expertise there. So we'll speak to you on that day. That's the 22nd. And on the 23rd, we have this Jamaica Civil Servant Long Service Awards that's going to be at King's House. Not sure if there's going to be a stream from that, but to be announced if there is. On the 24th, this is where the in-house MDAs get to put on their own individual events and executions in the different MDAs. So I'm sure we'll be seeing different information as that gets closer about what the different ministries, departments, and agencies will be doing. The evening of the 24th is where the fun begins. There's going to be a knockout domino competition, and I know how serious civil servants are about competition. So this should be interesting. Of course, that's going to happen at NHT Overtime Sports Club. So the different ministries will be represented with their domino players. And I don't know why Jamaicans get so violent when they play dominoes, but you know, I'm sure the necessary security personnel will be there. If it gets, it's passionate. Boy, I don't know. It look a little violent. Sometimes the whole board mash up, but. And on the 25th, we are going to be having the fun time, the lime, the vintage after work jam and Zoom party. For the persons who won't be able to be there in person, you'll be able to enjoy online. Of course, it is going to be hosted by the Christopher, the one and only Christopher Johnny Daly. So that's supposed to be a lot of fun. How many persons tuned in last year? It was mayhem. So I'm sure this is not going to disappoint. So I'm sure you wrote down the events that you're going to be participating in. And of course, everything will be shared to remind you. But I just wanted to let you know, since we're here, what else to expect for this week. And while we're on the topic, we make a very, very, very big deal about International Women's Day. So there is an International Men's Day, and it's tomorrow. Whosoever needs to know that information, now you know. All right. So let me tell you, we have nominees here. There is a process to get to the nominees. There's an award program, and there's a criteria. You get to nominate the person, and they have to go through a process. Let me tell you about that. Now, when the nominations are opened, every single civil servant employed for a minimum of 3 continuous years can make a nomination, right? And then the nominees are assessed based on the following criteria: achievement and job attitude, how well the nominees perform at their jobs, personal values and character, how well the nominees portray moral and ethical values, respects others, and demonstrates leadership qualities. They also have to fill in a criteria that has to do with customer service skills, internal and external, displaying interactive attributes, personal development, portrayal of interest and effort to improve themselves professionally and personally, active demonstration of social responsibility, that's self-explanatory, and the nomination standards are: the preparation of the nomination submission instrument was critical in determining the eligibility of each nominee and the initial scores that were assigned. The information provided on each nomination submission indicated why the nominee should be selected and how he or she has impacted the organization. Therefore, it is expected that all proclamations on each nomination instrument are true reflections of the nominee's character and achievements. These are vetted with the supporting documents and the referee. Very, very detailed process. 3 categories of awards have been created, namely technical support, middle management, and management. Each ministry was allowed a maximum of 2 nominees from each category. All nominations were submitted through the parent ministry, and shortlisted nominees were determined based on a number of factors. These include performance management and appraisal system score, and any other existing performance evaluation record within each entity, as well as evidenced community involvement. It's not play something. These nominees that are here not only went through this process, they're here because them passed. Clap them, please. Yes. Not all of us can stand that kind of scrutiny. All right, so at this moment, while you marinate on the toil that the nominees went through to get here, I'm going to invite our talented musicians over here to give us a nice rendition while I go find out what's going on with lunch. And the applause slowly trickled in. Do better than that, man. That was awesome. Ooh. So we got a little music for our soul. Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. That's a quote from Winston Foster. This is probably my favorite part of the program, so indulge me for a moment. I would like to invite Mr. Ronald Frew. He is the Civil Servant of the Year 2021 in the Middle Management category, who's going to share us some details on a special project that was executed in 2021 by the Civil Servants of the Year. You have to make him welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to thank you for having me here. I just want to recognize the Honorable Minister, members of the FHC. Oh, let me just adjust this a little. Want to adjust it a little. You can't hear me? Okay, sorry about that. All right. Yeah, so members of the... This thing not... All right, thanks. All right. That's too far. Just a little. All right, sorry about that. So good morning, everyone. I also want to recognize the Honorable Minister, members of the FHC Board of Directors, Mr. O'Neill Grant, the man of the moment, and all the other distinguished guests and everyone here. I want to say thank you for having me here. So my purpose today is to give you an overview of the project that the members of the winners of the 2021-22 Civil Servant of the Year Awardee took on. So this project is a project that we did at the Racecourse Health Center in Clarendon. So the main feature of the project is to change the tiling, well, do over the flooring of the health center and also some painting. So I'm just going to give you an overview of the project. A feature of the Civil Servant of the Year competition is for $150,000 to be allocated to a special project. This project is of the awardees chosen. After numerous discussion and research, the Racecourse Health Center was chosen. Under the leadership of the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and the Southern Regional Health Authority, the Clarendon Health Department operates 32 health centers within the parish which are in need of improvement and our expansion, the Racecourse Health Center being a part of this group. The Racecourse Health Center offers a number of services to the community and its environs, which include dental, child health, family planning, and food handlers clinic on a daily basis. With the elimination of the use of fees and the emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been a considerable increase in client visits, which result in longer waiting hours for patients and staff. With an aim to improve the aesthetic of this location, it was decided that tiling and painting of the center would make a vital contribution in this regard. The previous flooring at the center was red oak and was unsightly at times, as you can see on the screen. The tiling of the area not only improved the appearance, but also decreased the workload of the janitorial staff, eliminate the cost to purchase floor polish, and eliminate the payment of overtime to strip polish residue from the floor. The vision the vision statement of the Southern Regional Health Authority is healthy people through healthy lifestyle, clean and safe environment. With this initiative, a clean and safe environment will be maintained, and this was promised to us by the persons that work at the health center, that they will always maintain this environment. The passageway of the health center has been tiled, and the front exterior of the clinic painted. A team of 5 persons from the Clarendon Health Department assisted with the project to ensure completion in the shortest time possible. While the $150,000 allotted to us by First Heritage assisted greatly in making this project happen, assistance was received from the Southern Regional Health Authority as well. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, on behalf of my colleagues, who one is present here, she can just stand and be acknowledged. And the main person behind this project is not here with us today, but I want to say thank him, Mr. McCullough. That man is truly a servant. When he came to us and said that this is where he wants for us to do the project, we could not do anything more than support him. Because of the issue that we're facing, where the health sector is currently under threat because of lack of financing and other things, we really had to step in. And what made it more rewarding is when we were there doing the presentation, we were told that over 10,000 persons use that health center. That health center is located in a very rural area in Clarendon, and 10,000 persons. So we basically impacted 10,000 lives, which makes us a better person today. And So in closing, on behalf of my colleagues, I say a special thank you to First Heritage. Continue to shine a bright light on civil servants, and the reward for shining that light will be received over time. I want to thank you for doing that. And also, to the Southeast Regional Health Authority, thank you for your kind assistance in making this project possible. Thank you again.
Well done, team. I think that this type of initiative is perhaps the legacy part of this award, and I think it is absolutely marvelous, and there should be more opportunities where we get to do more for our communities. So thank you, congratulate the team, well done. And trust me, it's not just the 10,000 people, sir, because you know country people stay and don't go to the doctor unless them can't cure it themselves. They drink some tea first before they go there. So it is a well-done project. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Frew. Before I continue, let me just, I have 2 apologies to make. One for Mr. Wayne Jones, our Deputy Financial Secretary. Well, I don't have to tell you why he's not here. He's busy. Have you seen the news? So yes, he's taking care of business to ensure that public servants are very well compensated, right? Also, Mr. Mark Davis, he is a judge. He's one of the judges on the panel. He's not here. I want to apologize for his absence. All right, so let's move on. We are going to be introducing the panel of judges, the ones that are here. As the name are called, we are going to invite them to come forward to accept their token of gratitude. And I'd like to invite Ms. Carlene Coley to present said gratitude. So at this moment, I'd like to invite Ms. Roxanne Linton, CEO, FHC Cooperative Credit Union. Remember all of those steps I told you that the awardees had to go through to be nominated? These are the people doing all of that hard work. So clap them better than that, please. Yes. You know, we have to take the photo for the gram. If it wasn't on the gram, it didn't happen. All right. In the meantime, Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman, FHC Credit Union, please make your way forward. wonderful gift baskets. These tokens are nice. I wonder if they have any for the MC. We'd like to invite Miss Sonia Jones, Transition Manager, Transformation Implementation Unit in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, and in our lovely blue frames. Miss Michelle Tracy, AGM Marketing, Communications and Member Experience, FHC Cooperative Credit Union. And Miss Tracy can talk you into anything, people. Careful how you talk to her. She will take away your money. She use it and invest it and make you more money, but she's very, very persuasive. Thank you very much to the panel of judges and Miss Coley. Of course, there is a gift for Mr. Davis, but as informed you before, he is not here, so I'm sure he'll be getting his gift another time. And thank Miss Coley. Thank you for presenting those tokens. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge, the minister did it before, but we're going to do it a little bit more special by inviting them to accept their tokens. Because, you know, at this stage, everybody gets something, right? Miss Julia Campbell, Senior Director, Employee Welfare Management, and a member of the Civil Service Steering Committee, please join us to make these presentations. Make her welcome, please. So the instruction is, once you collect your token, please remain on the platform. You know we have to take a picture. Yes. So, in the technical category, Mr. Shane Wedderburn, he's a driver in the Ministry of Transport and Mining. Please make your way. Mr. Wedderburn. Oh, he's the one that's not here. All right. So, we remember him in spirit. Oh, he's still alive. I'm sorry I said that. Miss Simone Turton. She's here. Oh, sorry, you're representing. Oh, thank you. You're representing, quite lovely in your outfit. Health Records Technician and Acting Customer Care Officer at the University Hospital of the West Indies, Miss Simone Turton, being represented by her colleague. Mr. Andre Boyd, he's a dispatcher in the Ministry of National Security. Remember, Mr. Boyd, don't go too far. Come over here so when you finish. Yes, you remember. Lovely. In the meantime, let me introduce the nominees in the category of middle management. Mr. Dwayne Moody, Parish Manager, Ministry of Agriculture, Jamaica 4-H Clubs. Mr. Moody, want to make some nice corn down there, man. I bought some the other day. Lovely, lovely. All right, Miss Patrice Thompson-Williams, Administrator, Jamaica Constabulary Force, over here. Mr. Oliver Morris, Customer Service Officer, Administrator General's Department. And Mr. Morris Taylor made a money man. He came in a suit. In the management category, Ms. Sharnette Roberts, Modernization Projects Coordinator in the Office of the Cabinet, Public Sector Modernization. Yes, man, you're just making money too. Mr. Lennox Wallace, Chief Public Health Inspector, Acting Parish Manager. Come over here, Miss Patrice. At the Ministry of Health, Mr. Wallace, congratulations to all of you. And of course, we have Miss Sophia Moulton, Director, Ceremonials, Operations, and Staff Administration at the Office of the Prime Minister. Oh, and she has on polka dots. Well done, Miss Moulton. Let's have a big round of applause for all our nominees, people. They work hard to get to this point. Our photographers, we want to come, Miss, you know, in a picture too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take some photos, so we're going to have a little bit of adjustment. So can I have some assistance to remove the podium really quickly so we can get the shot? You know that way I do, sir, what you arguing about? That way I do, we move the podium. Right away, it was bothering you, don't it? Jizam. Wow, I didn't know we were going to have a full photo shoot just now. All right, well, I guess since we start this thing, we might as well follow through. Can we have the judges step forward so we can just get all the photos out of the way since you're already here? The judges, the judging panel. You don't remember yourself? Let me find on again, permitting. Hold on there. I had Miss Michelle Tracy, Miss Sonia Jones, Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Miss Roxanne Linton. The judges. Yes, please. Photographers, quick and fast. Thank you very much to the photographers for quickly executing that photo shoot. And now, the great Francois would say, and now! That's my best Francois voice. It's time for the awards. The first award, this one I'm very, very excited about because it was done through democracy. For 2022, as a committee, we sought to continue to enrich the manner in which they recognize the very deserving civil servants. And they have introduced a new category called the People's Choice Award. Ooh, I love the music. In which the shortlisted nominees are invited to participate. This allows staff members within the public sector to vote for each candidate that they believe best demonstrates the characteristics of an outstanding civil servant. Are you ready for it? Remember, I told you that the voting got very competitive. People sent me many emails asking me to vote for their selected candidate. Some people call friends who them don't talk to how long, because they're trying to make up the numbers. To make this presentation, I would like to invite the Honorable Marsha Smith, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, to award the people's vote, the people's choice. And as we call together the winner, come here. All right, we ready? Camera, all the photographers line up. When you ready? Yes. With a voting public of nearly 2,000 votes, the ballot was cast in only 1.5 days. If it was longer, would I get more people? I want you to put your hands together and welcome the 2022 Civil Servant of the Year People's Choice Awardee, none other than Miss Sophia Moulton. Yes, she was chosen by the people in the public sector. She is the People's Civil Servant of the Year for 2022. Ooh. And of course, you know, Sophia is at the office of the Prime Minister. Thank you, Sophia. Yes. So the people have spoken. So we have other awards to give out today. That's a good start. So in the category technical support, just to give you a little background, each awardee will receive a citation, a plaque, $200,000, and to partake in a shared project valued at $150,000, compliments of First Heritage Corporate Credit Union. Can we just clap First Heritage, please? Did you hear me say each awardee will get $200,000? Clap better than that, man. So, in the technical support category, the citation states, a public servant par excellence, I hope I pronounced that properly, fancy, dedicated public officer, and an outstanding team player are only some of the statements used to describe her by colleagues. In her current capacity, hold on, I have to tell you who win first, because I'm going to tell you who win. Yes, see, I caught it. All right, so with that said, the winner in the technical support category is, sir, what happened to my nice drum roll? Yes, let's start again. The winner in the technical support category, she is a health records technician and acting customer care officer at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Please please welcome Miss Simone Turton, who she's not here today, but someone will collect on her behalf. Making the presentation and citation is Miss Roxanne Linton, CEO, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, joined by Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union. So let me tell you about Simone. In her current capacity as Acting Customer Care Officer at the University Hospital of the West Indies, she has impacted and has been acknowledged by both staff and patients for going above and beyond the call of duty to provide laudable service. With a verifiable record of outstanding performance, her professional demeanor is considered creme de la creme and second to none. She is actively involved in core and non-core duties and was recently nominated team leader by her colleagues. Equipped with an agile mindset, she has the ability to adapt to any situation and always maintains her professionalism as she deciphers how to address each matter. She possesses the special ability to swiftly soothe a disgruntled or dissatisfied patient, as well as to identify, resolve, and reduce the occurrence of incidents that adversely impact patient satisfaction. Put your hands together for the winner in the technical support category, Miss Simone Turton, Civil Servant of the Year. Oh. All right. But I don't look like I'm excited. I'm hungry. I'm thinking about the lunch. The lunch is happening, and we're at turnover, so it's going to be marvelous. Right? But right now, we want to talk about the winner in the middle management category. And to make this presentation, let me invite Ms. Linton and Ms. Douglas. Just come stay up here, so please. We invite again Ms. Roxanne Linton, CEO, First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union, to join Mrs. Leodis Douglas, Chairman of the Board of Directors. They're going to be making this presentation. And so, the winner of the middle management category, which, let me remind you, is walking away with $200,000, a plaque, a citation, and an opportunity to participate in the community project. The winner of the middle management category is a customer service officer at the Administrator General's Department, Mr. Oliver Morris. Mr. Morris joined the Ministry of Justice team as a temporary clerk officer in 1993. His competencies and willingness to learn saw him progressing steadily in the organization and acting in the capacity of trust accounting officer on several occasions before being appointed as customer service officer in 1999. His dedication to the advancement of the organization and providing exemplary customer service motivated him to assist in several areas of the organization, executing each task with confidence and pride. The conscientious and dedicated team member, he is very devoted to serving his internal and external clients while ensuring that cases presented are managed and addressed in a timely manner. His performance over the years has been commendable, and supports the agency in achieving its objectives. With dedication to proving world-class service, the certified paralegal was elected as Jamaica's civil representative in 2004, where he represented public officers for 12 years. An awardee of the Civil Service Long Service Award for 25 years of service in 2019. He has been an exemplary public officer who values, offers genuine care and service. 25 years. Clap him, please. No. We are looking at the management category. And we're not even going to lay with this one. You ready? Yes, put your hands together and welcome the winner of the 2020 Civil Servant of the Year Award in the category Management, Chief Public Health Inspector and Acting Parish Manager in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Mr. Lennox Wallace. Spanning two decades of service in the health sector, he's a trailblazer who is admired by many for tackling a vast number of requests daily and confidently addressing each with competence and grace, thus earning him his title, Mr. Fix-It. As Parish Manager in St. James Public Health Services, yes, he is the consummate health professional and has achieved many noteworthy accomplishments. These include reducing patient wait time across 20 health centers, repairing 17 health centers within 1 year, improving staff morale by creating a supportive work environment, as well as improving fee collections by 40% in 1 year. Clap the man. He prides himself on being a highly motivated health professional who is results-oriented, solution-focused. With a commitment to service excellence, he is a key player in mobilizing his colleagues by mentoring and supporting them, as well as allowing them to participate in activities which build and sustain the output of health facilities within the region. A proud Kiwanian and former Chief Public Health Inspector, he received the Sam Sharp Award for his contribution to health in 2020 and an award for his outstanding contribution in the field of health by the Lay Magistrate Association in 2018. Put your hands together for Mr. Fix-It. Do we need all the winners for the... Okay, so Mr. Fix-It? That's what I'm calling you from now on. You should never have told me that. All the winners, could you make your way? So you need to move the podium and these things as well? This no? Okay. Do we have any questions of whether or not these winners deserve the award that they have gotten? Anybody have any objections? You shouldn't. Amazing work by all three winners. Congratulations to Mr. Morris, to Ms. Turton, and of course, Check, check, check. What a wonderful day to spend wonderful day. What a wonderful way to spend a Friday morning. It has been such a joy to celebrate with these hardworking civil servants. Just to remind you, in case you were taking notes and you did not get it right, today's winners are in the technical support category, Miss Simone Turton. She is a health records technician and acting customer care officer at the University Hospital of the West Indies. In the middle management category, Mr. Oliver Morris. He's a customer service officer at the Administrator General's Department. And in the management category, Mr. Make sure I have it right, Lennox Wallace, who is a Chief Public Health Inspector and Acting Parish Manager in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Congratulations to all of our winners. And of course, our People's Choice winner, we have to talk about Miss No. Are you paying attention? Oh, Miss Sophia Moulton. Correct. All right. Just to remind you of the activities to come this week, it is Civil Service Week. To remind you of the activities coming up on the 20th, which is Sunday, is the church service. The main church service will be at Boulevard United Church, and there are other church services happening around the island as well. On the 21st is the opening ceremony for the Civil Service Week Vintage Display, which will be at the Tom Redcom Library. And you can go and see the display all throughout the week from Monday to Friday. So you can tune in as well to the opening ceremony on Cool 97 FM. There's going to be an outside broadcast from the opening ceremony. On November 22nd, there will be a public forum at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. If you're not there in person, you can tune in online. It's going to be online, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. On the 23rd is the Jamaica Civil Service Long Service Awards at the King's House Lawn at 1:30. November 24th, the in-house sessions will be happening at various ministries, departments, and agencies. So I'm sure that information will be shared as required. On the 24th as well, the Domino Knockout competition will be happening at the NHT Overtime Sports Bar. So that starts at 5 on the 24th. So make sure you're there to support your team or to play, whichever one you fit in. And on the 25th, the Vintage After Work Lime and Zoom party is going to be also at the NHT Overtime Sports Bar, and it's going to be on Zoom for those who can't make it. And it's going to be hosted by Christopher Johnny Daly. So before I give him a chance to start enjoying his lunch, I'm going to invite the winner in the management category, Mr. Lennox Wallace, to come and give the awardees response on behalf of the Civil Servant of the Year 2022. Please put your hands together and make him welcome.
Madam Chairperson, Honorable Minister, members of the board and management team of FHC, and my colleague, nominees and winners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure to respond on behalf of my own colleagues who today have been recognized as champions of the public service. We have worked hard, having none of this in mind. What we did is just work. And as I always tell my team, managers must do more. We sometimes underrate our own achievements when we put ourselves beside persons in the private sector. But I can say, if you get just 60% of a budget that you submit, and you complete the mission in the financial year, you can manage anywhere. I stand here and feel proud of myself and my own achievement, and the new friends that I have now gotten, and will keep in touch to complete this worthwhile project. We serve as a testimony to those who are coming behind us. We have paved the way somewhat, and we ask our colleagues in the different agencies and the different ministries. Just like I always say, management and work is like a relay. When you get the button, you got to run as fast and as hard to complete the task. Thank you for the recognition, and may God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your service. And I hope that public servants everywhere who are tuning in virtually, because we are on Zoom, we are on Facebook and YouTube live right now, sees this as motivation to continue working. Somebody sees you. Every single person who's been honored here today was nominated by somebody in their peer, one of their peers. So you might feel like you're there doing all of what you're doing and nobody don't see you, or there's nobody telling you that you're doing a good job, and you might feel demotivated. I'm gonna say to you, continue doing good work, because good work leaves evidence and you will be recognized. So use this as an opportunity to stay inspired and keep on trotting, because it's not easy work, but it's necessary work. We serve Jamaica and the people of Jamaica, and if we intend to really make this place somewhere that we can live, work, do business, raise families, yes, this is the effort that it takes. So thank you for being an inspiration to all of us, and thank you to everybody on the team who created this opportunity this morning. And I see you're already underway with a nice lunch. So I'm going to give you a moment to enjoy while our musicians feed us with some music, other ways, and then we'll wrap up. Thank you so much. Check, check, check. Ooh, enjoy the lunch. Want to say a big thank you to our band on the stand for the lovely, lovely music. Also want to say a big thank you to the team here at Terra Nova for ensuring that we are well nourished this afternoon. And as we wrap up the afternoon, I just want you to remember 3 names actually 4 names today who we are here to congratulate and honor. Miss Simone Turton, Mr. Oliver Morris, Mr. Lennox Wallace, and of course, Miss People's Choice herself, Miss Sophia Moulton. And of course, in everything we must give thanks. So please allow me to welcome Miss Tracy, who is the Assistant General Manager, Marketing Communications and Member Experience at FHC Credit Union, to move the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Shelley-Ann, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Honorable Minister Marcia Smith, Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Thank you for the apt words of endearment that serve to encourage us to do our utmost best to serve our country and each other as we indeed work together to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, to work, to do business, to raise families, and to exist in excellence. I've added that last bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure this afternoon to give the vote of thanks. And as I've just started off by thanking our Minister of State who has joined us this afternoon, let me also move to thank Ms. Roxanne Linton, our Chief Executive Officer. And as we call her amongst the FHC family, our Chief Encouragement Officer as well. You spoke to civil servants answering the call. And FHC, too, has answered the call. The call to continue this important act of recognizing our civil servants who work tirelessly to ensure the continuous and smooth service to our fellow citizens. So thank you for that. I would also, of course, by extension, like to thank our Board of Directors, led by Mrs. Leodis Douglas, our chairman. And we have other representatives from our board of directors here this afternoon, and thank you so very much for joining us, board members. Because you enable the FHC to have this continued commitment to enabling and supporting our public servants through your steady stewardship. So thank you so much for creating this opportunity year over year. Mr. O'Neill Grant, Jamaica Civil Service Association president, but also a director here at FHC. Thank you so very much for remaining the steady connector between the FHC and our civil servants. You have continued tirelessly ongoing work to ensure that you drive transformation within the sector. And I think it's quite fitting on behalf of everyone here, especially our civil servants, that I indeed say thank you. Mrs. Lorna Phillips and Ms. Julia Campbell, co-leads of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, and other esteemed members of the Civil Service Week Steering Committee, who I have had the great pleasure of working very closely with for the past 5 months to bring this event to fruition. There are a few words I can use to describe this committee: committed, meticulous, focused, determined, energized. Simply put, I'll paraphrase some earlier words from the Honorable Minister Smith: respect due. Thank you. And thank you so very much for navigating us through this process year over year. Please applaud them again. Distinguished guests from the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, I must also thank you for your ongoing and continued support towards this initiative and for the great work that you do in supporting our civil servants and, by extension, supporting your FHC family. Of course, we must also thank civil servants across government bodies and agencies who nominated their colleagues who are here this afternoon, amongst others. Without the input of these members, right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, there would be no award ceremony. Thank you for seeing it fit to recognize your colleagues for their work and their worth. Indeed, it is fitting, it is necessary, we support it. It would, of course, be remiss of me not to also thank our panel of judges who, from the shortlisted nominees present here today, navigated the rigorous process of going through and interviewing these nominees to select those who we believed were the ones who truly stood out amongst the cohort. So, Shelley, if I may add, the tussle does not just happen at the nomination section, it also happens as we go through to make our assessments. But the beautiful thing I must add is that because every single nominee you see here today is so deserving, it was easy for us to come to agreement and rally behind the persons who were selected. Members of the First Heritage Cooperative Credit Union team, my colleagues, I wish to highlight you because you have rallied behind us in several ways to see this event unfold. I must, of course, extend special thanks to our marketing, communications, and member experience team members, Carlene Coley, Anya Tere Edwards, Kimarley Henry, Beverly Hyatt, who we have adopted into our team and who is here with us today. Thank you so very much for doing so much behind the scenes to make this event unfold beautifully. I must also express my gratitude to our partners, Breakthrough Communications, Carlette, Corianne, Fawn, or together we could just call them family, who work 24/7 around the clock to make sure that all of our PR needs for this event are met. I hear my phone chiming in the nights, and I look forward to seeing your emails in the mornings, so thank you so very much for that. Mr. Rudolph Brown, trusted photographer and other FHC family member, as you navigated through our series of photo sessions earlier so seamlessly. And I really must commend you for the way in which, when our representatives being photographed may, feel a little weary, you have a special way of energizing them. And I really, really must say thank you for that and for rallying them so well. To the Seasons Band, who has entertained us so beautifully this afternoon with your melodious tunes, thank you so very much. FHC Civil Servants of the Year Awards nominees 2022 and winners of the awards 2022. Mr. Lennox Wallace, Mr. Oliver Morris, Miss Simone Turton. I can't say thank you enough on behalf of all represented here for your continued hard, selfless, tireless, and committed work. We thank you, we encourage you, we hope you feel appreciated, and that the recognition that you so deserve has been duly provided to you this afternoon. Continue to serve and continue to serve well. Mrs. Sophia Moulton, the winner of the inaugural People's Choice Award. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that we saw it fit as we assess the event each year and look to enrich. We saw it fit that we should add such a category this year. And that is because it was important to us that we retained the engagement and the voice, importantly, of our civil service community. And so we gave them the opportunity to choose their civil servant of the year. And so with that, we hope that you, Ms. Moulton, will feel the pulse of your colleagues. You are a known name across the sector, that I know, having been there previously, yes. And so we really hope you feel the pulse of the gratitude, the appreciation for what you do, and we hope that you will certainly continue on the great path of great work. Please give it up for her. Our Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Shelley Ann Weeks. Let me tell you, I spoke about the People's Choice Awards earlier, and I must share with us that Shelley Ann is actually the brainchild of that award category. Yes, I love that energy at the back. And when she brought this idea to us, it was an easy yes all around the table. We felt it was important. We felt it would add a new sense of life and vigor to the event, and it most certainly has. And we look forward to continuing to see this category be unfolded. So Shelley, thank you so much for that contribution. Certainly appreciate it. And thank you by having been our always energetic, vivacious, exciting MC today, and for taking us through the afternoon, morning into afternoon's proceedings so seamlessly. We certainly appreciate you. We certainly appreciate how you have contributed to this event, and we look forward to doing it again next year. Ladies and gentlemen, our civil servants who we are here to celebrate this afternoon mean so very much to us. As I said earlier, there are no words that we can say that will thank them enough, but I will say this. Mr. Lennox Wallace, earlier you said that you all got here by doing just work. But let me make a modification to that. It's not just work. It's hard work, it's dedicated work, it's tireless work, and it is simply good work. Thank you so very much to each and every individual represented here and online for having joined us this afternoon. Thank you to the Terra Nova All Suite Hotel for having hosted us so well this afternoon also. Ladies and gentlemen, all, thank you for having joined us for the FHC Civil Servants of the Year Awards 2022. We look forward to hosting you again in 2023. And until then, continue to share a good word, continue to share a good deed, continue to share simply a big up to our civil servants right across the sector who serve us and serve us so very well. Bless each of you here and simply walk good.
Well, after that, I have nothing else to say. I think she thanked everybody. So we're just going to say, just a little reminder that I like to tell myself, unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, most underrated agent of human change. So be kind. Thank you so much for being here. Walk good.